a game that I mentioned before that I was thinking seriously about picking up, which I did obviously, and some of you were just trying to warn me that it was unforgivably short, but a lot of you were saying it was good, but don't pay full price, blah, blah, blah. And so I want to say that I paid around $40 for this, and I do feel like it was worth it because I did enjoy the game, Murdered Soul Suspect, and I will agree that it did feel pretty short, but I want to say that I at least played for 6 hours, and I don't know if that is considered a long time or a short time for this game because I don't really, oddly enough, I don't really pay attention to gaming critiques or reviews. I hardly ever read any game reviews. I don't know a lot of details about games. How I go about video game purchasing is the same way I did when I was a kid. I never read any magazines or articles or anything as a kid. I would go to a video game store, I would look at the front and see if I liked the cover, I would look at the back, read the back, see if I was interested in the story, see if I liked the pictures, and that's how I would make my video game purchases, and really not much has changed. You would think being on YouTube I would see more game critiques and opinions and reviews and blah blah blah, but I definitely don't seek those out, and it's not something that I try to gravitate too much because part of the fun for me is purchasing games the way I just described how I do it. So yes, I did very much enjoy this game, finished it of course because it is pretty short. I enjoyed the story a lot, enjoyed the character I was playing. This was kind of funny to me because I am not what I would consider a very picky person when it comes to video games, especially when it comes to very specific details of the game. I don't pay attention to details at all. I'm not very critiquey on graphics, but I think from being on YouTube and stumbling upon videos where people are a lot more in-depth about reviews or critiquing of games than I am personally, I did notice some things that I feel like I never would have noticed before hadn't I listened to certain people talk about games, and I'm like subconsciously paying attention to things that I don't think I was paying attention to before, like on Murdered Soul Suspect. I remember when you go into the police station at one point in the game, I noticed that all the cops looked like young, like in their 20s, 30s-ish. They all had dark hair. They all were like the same build, and I was thinking like, what the hell? This is like not like real life at all. It was distracting me, like seriously, how odd the police force was. And then at some point I seen a box of donuts, and I don't remember paying attention that much to the donuts in the box, but then later on in the police station I saw the same box, and I know the donuts were in like the same exact location. Like, I don't know why I knew that, like why I don't feel like I paid that much attention to the donut box, but I must have. And I was like, oh, that was a little lazy. Just copy and paste the donut box, like with the same position of donuts around the police station and all the cops that are like eerily similar. And it kind of annoys me because really that's not something that would be very important to me before. And it's still not now, but it annoys me that I noticed it because in a small way, I suppose it did remove me from how submersed I was in the game at that moment. Made me feel separate, you know, from it. So that is rather annoying. So hopefully that can just go away and I could just stop caring, because I'm really, like I said, not that detail of a person. I just play the game. I either think it's fun or I don't, and I just don't care about these little details. And I hope that's not changing. So there's that. Really enjoyed the game though. I think it was totally worth the $40 that I paid for it, and I'm definitely keeping it because I think it's something I would like to go back and play again.